Hello, in this tutorial we're going to practice writing a program and submitting it to the College Board for the 2020 AP Computer Science A exam. So right now I've got this practice website up. This is the official AP practice website. We'll come back to this later. My second tab, I've got the Java Quick Reference Guide. It's probably worth having a printout of this too. In the third tab, this is a CodeHS sandbox. So basically I'm going to use this as my IDE to help me format the text. This fourth one is Replit, which does the same thing as the CodeHS sandbox. However, I figure I have two up. That way if one of them's not working on test day, I'm in good shape. I can use either or. In the description of this video, I will have links to all four of these websites. So let's go back to the AP 2020 exam. This is practice, so I'm just going to type in practice. For the actual exam, you'll have your own AP ID. So let's hit continue. It's telling me the amount of time we have, and on the real exam we're going to have more time than this. We're going to say get started. Let's type in a name. And where am I testing from? In this case, I'm testing from home. You can choose to grant the College Board rights to use your stuff if you want. And I'm going to say I agree to the term. And see, it's giving me time until the exam starts. I'm going to hit continue. Okay, so now I got to wait another 3 minutes till the exam starts before I can start doing anything else. So let's kind of go through and let's look at the CodeHS sandbox. And that's what I'm going to use. For both Replit and the CodeHS sandbox, you do not need to create an account to use it. So we can see, we can actually run code if we want in here, but for this, we're never going to write a full program, so we really don't need this tab. So I am going to just hit this button here, and then that just gives me this full screen to actually type my code. Now it's giving me some code here. I'm just going to get rid of that here so I can start from scratch. Now let's go over to Replit, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to get rid of all of this. For this one, I don't need the console, because I'm never actually going to be running it, so I'm just going to drag that over there. And this one, these are my files. I'm just going to drag this over here. So then I can start typing my code in here if I want. Either one will work just fine. This is just for formatting purposes. Let's see how we're doing over here. Okay, we've got 1 minute and 46 seconds left. So we're actually going to do a little editing magic, and we're going to jump down to about 5 seconds. Okay, now we're going. We're going to start on question 1. We'll hit continue. It's telling us we've got just under 10 minutes left. In the real test, we'll have more than that. So let's go down here. It's saying on exam day, your question will display here. I'm just going to make up a question, okay? My question is going to be, write a method that takes in 2 int parameters and returns the sum of those. So I'm going to go over here, go to new sandbox program. So up top, there's 2 important things we have to give the College Board. So we're going to start off with comments, so 2 slashes, and then our 8-digit AP number. Then the next line, another 2 slashes for a comment, and then our initials. Okay, now we're ready to start programming. So I'm going to say public static int add 2 nums. I'm going to have my 2 parameters, int num1, comma int num2. Then I'm going to open and close my squiggly brackets. And then I'm going to tab in and say return num1 plus num2 and a semicolon. So we can see all our reserved words are in purple. Everything else is in black. And I'm going to copy and paste it. So I'm going to click and drag and select everything. I got to make sure everything is selected because I don't want to lose either the top or the bottom. I'm going to hold down Control and say C. Control C is copy. I'm going to go back over here. Now, I don't want to attach a file. That'd be if I was doing a graphic or a text file. I want to paste my response. Now, we see time left to submit work. It's counting down. Once it hits 5 minutes, it's going to warn us. And it's going to say, hey, time is up for working. You've got to worry about submitting now. So, you don't want to keep working after you hit the submitting time, because if you run out of time and don't submit it, you don't get any points. So I'm going to say paste response. Now we can see here, I can't type anything in here. So all I can do is paste it. So I'm going to hold down Control and press V. Control V is paste. And then, I want to make sure I got everything. So I'm going to double check. Okay, I got absolutely everything. Okay, good. I'm going to hit submit. Now, there's no reason for me to complete this way ahead of time because it's not going to let me move on to the next problem before everybody else. So you don't want to wait till the last minute, but there'd be no reason for me with 7.5 minutes left not to take one more look at it. Okay, so I'm going to hit submit. Saying, are you sure? This is your last chance. I'm going to hit submit. So it says question 1 is complete. Now I got to wait until this timer's up to go on to question 2. And I'm not going to do this for this demonstration. But I'm going to go over to Replicate and I'm going to do the same thing. So I'm going to comment it. I'm going to say my AP number. The next line, 2 more slashes, initials. I'm going to write basically the same program. Make our squiggly brackets, and then we'll say return num1 plus num2. Now you notice it's giving us some squiggly lines, and that's a flag saying there's an issue. Now the reason it's doing this is for this method to work, it would have to be inside a class. Now I'm not going to be writing any classes for this exam, so I didn't bother setting up a class. So this is nothing to worry about in this particular case. If I had put a class around it, then this might indicate that something was wrong. So again, same thing. I can go over here, select everything, Control C to copy, and then I can't paste it into question 2 because question 2 hasn't started yet, but if it had, I could paste it into there. So that is how you write and submit code for the 2020 AP Computer Science A exam. If you want to take a look at any of my tutorials on AP Computer Science A, they could be helpful for this exam. So click on this playlist down here in the lower right-hand corner of the screen. If you want to subscribe to my channel, please click on the photo here. And if you have any questions, please post them in the comments. Good luck on the exam.